This is Highway 11 southbound. It is still a parking lot. It has been a parking lot.
A blast of winter weather delivered a rude awakening to parts of Ontario, an Environment Canada meteorologist said, as some communities dug out from nearly a meter of snow on Saturday with more to come. Snow blowing off the Great Lakes closed a stretch of the Trans-Canada Highway in northern Ontario, knocked out power to more than 30,000 customers, and buried some communities under piles of heavy snow. The snowfall and hazardous road conditions were a very rude awakening after Ontario's mild autumn, said operational meteorologist Brent Linington. It's a pretty big flip of the switch to go from the nice fall that we had to see the snowfall that we're getting now, he said in an interview. Communities on the shores of Lakes Superior and Huron felt the brunt of the storm and remained under a snow squall warning Saturday. Areas around Niagara Falls and Kingston were also under lake-effect snow squall watches. Bracebridge and Sault Ste. Marie, two of the hardest-hit areas, were digging out from around 89 and 80 centimeters, respectively, Linington said. Both areas were bracing for another 40 to 50 centimeters of snow on Saturday. Sault Ste. Marie resumed transit and community center operations Saturday after shuttering them Friday because of the storm, an update on the city's website said. Hydro One, the provincial utility, said its crews were working to restore power to more than 30,000 customers, mostly in hard-hit central Ontario, around Bracebridge and Parry Sound. Our crews are working as quickly as possible to restore power, said Pooja Dewani, a Hydro One spokesperson. The disruptions extended to some of the province's major roadways. Ontario Provincial Police say Highway 17, also known as the Trans-Canada, was closed between Wawa and Sault Ste. Marie due to whiteout conditions. A bulletin from Environment Canada said the Kingston area could see between 20 and 30 centimeters of snow through Sunday night. Niagara Falls, meanwhile, could get upwards of 15 centimeters. While the storm is expected to taper off across Ontario by Sunday night, more winter weather is on the way. Linington, the Environment Canada meteorologist, said a broad brush of snow is forecasted for midweek before another potential blast of lake-effect snow next weekend. The potent bands of lake-effect snow that have been streaming off Lake Huron and Georgian Bay will continue into early this week, with some communities such as Echo Bay already seeing at least 100 centimeters, with totals such as that likely to climb higher before the multi-day event finally subsides. The good news, however, is that the intense snow squall bands that have bombarded areas such as Gravenhurst and Bracebridge with persistent precipitation for days will finally move south on Sunday as the winds finally begin to shift to a northwesterly direction. That means some of the squalls could even reach parts of the greater Toronto area on Sunday. Chilly air pouring over the Great Lakes for the past few days has given rise to multiple, potent snow squalls throughout the region. Echo Bay, Ontario, reported 100 centimeters of snow as of 11 a.m. Saturday morning. Accumulation numbers Sunday won't be as impressive as what occurred Saturday, but they will be more widespread. Once the northwesterly wind locks in, the Lake Huron squall will become the dominant one, shifting the greatest travel impacts from Muskoka to Highway 401 around London, and will remain in place through Tuesday morning. The Georgian Bay squall will be good news for Collingwood, but the squall likely won't be strong enough to highly impact Highway 400 to start the week.
But this is what we got.
Cold air is a key ingredient in lake-effect snow production. A strong temperature gradient between the frigid air above and the warm waters below creates convection, resulting in bands of lake-effect snow. Thundersnow is also possible in some of the heaviest snow squalls. Snow squall warnings continue to be in effect. Heavy snowfall rates of 5 to 10 centimeters an hour are possible. Road closures are possible, especially over areas that receive multiple snow squall bands, the agency warns. Prepare for quickly changing and deteriorating travel conditions. Some of the other hardest-hit communities near the Lake Huron shores could still see an additional 50 to 75 centimeters of snow through Tuesday. Heavy localized snow with winds gusting between 40 to 60 kilometers per hour will lead to whiteouts, slippery conditions, and difficult winter travel through this long-duration and major lake effect event. Folks traveling along highways 26, 89, and 400 will be affected by the squalls blowing off Georgian Bay. Drivers heading out along highways 7, 26, and 401 will see impact from the squalls blowing off Lake Huron. There is a high potential for closures on the Highway 401 corridor between London and Woodstock. Remain alert for potential traffic jams, road closures, and impassable roads.
Can't see past the road, just this road in front.
The arrival of big-time snowfall totals is great news for Ontario's ski resorts, as early December will offer some of the best natural snow and snowmaking conditions we've seen in quite some time. Things could get more around the GTA on Sunday since there will be a wind shift. We'll see winds shift from a westerly direction to a more northwesterly orientation, shifting the location of the snow squalls accordingly.
Is partially.
The squall responsible for dropping a meter of snow on Muskoka will make its way south, reaching through the GTA on Sunday. The squall won't be nearly as organized as Friday and Saturday, but will still be capable of rapidly altering road conditions. The late afternoon and overnight are the best chances to see any flurries or quick a burst of accumulating snow in the GTA. On Monday, the squalls will lock in, targeting the southeastern shores of Georgian Bay and Lake Huron, with London, Goderich, and Collingwood being the hardest hit. The Huron squall will become the dominant band, which is good news for avoiding chaos in the GTA. Tuesday will be the day the squalls finally come to an end, but it's not due to calmer weather moving in. On Wednesday, a pulse of Pacific moisture will spend a couple days crossing the northern Rockies and will form an Alberta clipper once it meets the Arctic air in the prairies. The clipper will head right for the Great Lakes, drawing some additional moisture from the mild lakes and likely bring the first widespread snow of the season to the GTA.
Now this town has been given state of